Alright guys, just going to show the last steps I've been taking to get a nice sharp edge on my SNG just by using two very basic strips of sandpaper. This being 800 grit and another one I have being 2000 grit. Same pieces of paper, same pieces of sandpaper that were in before. My other videos showed how to get, a working edge, just, a real quick and dirty edge just by using sandpaper. It wasn't bad. I showed you the results. It definitely could have been sharper. So I started doing something a little different, something a little more slower and controlled, just to refine the edge once I'm done. All right. So I'm going to show you guys that real quick. And as you can tell, I have marked up this blade with marker just so I can show you guys the strokes that I'm taking and where I am hitting. And actually, by doing what I showed you in the other videos to this SNG, I definitely have put a little bit of a convex on this blade, which is nice. However, the edge is already so thick that by convexing it, it's probably not the best. You know what? I shouldn't even say that. The real problem is the grind's uneven. If you can tell, there's a lot more, silvery, shiny blade showing over, or there's a lot less shown over here than there is here and here. On this side, there's not that much here, more here, and then not a lot here. So it's a little bit of an uneven grind. I would need to get better sand or lower grit sandpaper for that, or I might just get a DMT stone. So anyway, without further ado, just gonna show you what I've been doing to get a little bit better of an edge that will shave hair. I wouldn't say it's popping them off, but it'll shave hair. So I'm gonna get at it. Alright, just a couple strokes and I can turn it over and see what I've hit. I'm sorry if you guys can't tell this, but I can tell I'm hitting the very, very edge down here. Pretty much all along I'm hitting the very, very edge, except for right here. This marker spot, I'm hitting more the middle than the very edge, and that's due to Strider's uneven grind that it came with. I'm hitting the very edge here, here, and here, and also at the tip. But right here, right in the middle of that, towards the end of the belly, in between the peak of the belly and the tip, it's hitting the middle of the edge, the middle of the bevel, instead of the cutting edge, which it's hitting everywhere else. So it's making this tougher to get hair popping sharp. I definitely need to reprofile this a little bit. Alright, after a couple more strokes, I adjusted my angle, and you can see that these marks are pretty much gone, and that these marker spots are left. If I'm holding my angle consistently, this will show that Strider put an uneven grind on this, an uneven edge. So just going to I hit the edge all around. A couple more just for good measure. I can get this off if I wanted to, but it's not affecting the edge. That shows how much of a convex is on there and how much of an uneven edge is on there. So I'm just going to flip to the other side. And I can tell just by looking at it, I'm pretty sure this side I have a lesser degree angle. And I'm hitting the edge down here, but not up here. So with this knife, I think it's especially hard, just because you have to do a lot of angle changes throughout the stroke. It's a lot of constant angle changes. So I assume if I did this with a knife with a more even bevel, I have a greater success. I get better results, and it wouldn't be as hard. Alright, let's see where we're at now. Okay, pretty much hitting the edge all along up to here. Now the tip this shows that I'm not hitting the edge on the tip yet, so I just have to pick the knife up a little bit more, change the angle, and I can just focus on the belly. There you go. Now you can see that that's pretty much gone. It feels pretty sharp. Let's come over here, do a couple passes. Now, I don't know if you can hear that, but that last stroke, I'm sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm testing how sharp it feels. That last stroke sounded a little loud, so I might have had too much of an angle there. Pretty much just going over this again lightly, a couple strokes to try and minimize the burr. And then something I have, a cork from a whiskey bottle, and you can just deburr it like that. Okay, quickly I'm just going to step up to the 220. I guess I can show you the results with this to see if it gets sharp. It should be shaving sharp, like this now. There you go. Just from that, I got all that hair. I'll do it again. I don't want to be too bald here. There you go. See? So just from that alone and the right strokes, you can get shaving sharp. I will bump this up to the 2000 grit, just for the hell of it, to see if it makes a little bit of a difference. I'm sorry if this is going to be long, guys. I really don't feel like editing this, honestly. I'm going to remark it. You know, and you definitely can get, you saw that this was left over. You can just lower the angle a little bit and take that off, or you can wash it off. It's not a big deal. When I reprofile this, I am going to want to lay back the edge all around and make it more even. So, alright, let's start. That might have been a little too high of an angle. Oh, it's just not sticking now, huh? There we go. Alright. Alright, I'm pretty much hitting all of it. I still need some work here and here, so I need to increase my angle a little bit at the tip. Still need to increase the angle a little bit. Wow, it's still there. Jeez. Alright, there we go. Pretty much gone. Other side. Alright, now I'm getting the edges, except for right there again, so I gotta kick up the angle. Still gotta bring it up a little more. I probably should have had music playing in this video, guys. I'm sure this is pretty boring for you. There you go. So, a couple more strokes, just to even it out. Alright, take off some of the burr. Shouldn't really work up too much burr with 2000 grit. Alright, I guess we'll try this hand. There you go. There you go. So yeah, that will shave hair. And it's that simple, you know. If pretty much, guys, if your knife isn't, if the edge isn't bad, if it's just dull, you probably don't even need to do the first video I showed you. You can probably just do this. Yeah, you can just do this, and you should be able to see the results I just showed you. If your knife, you know, is bad for whatever reason, or you want to remove more, get there quicker, the first video I showed you will definitely get there quicker, but it's also harder to hold the constant angle, as you can see from, you know, the results I showed. Definitely not as sharp as when I just did this. So, and actually this is probably some of the sharpest I got it. I'm pretty happy that was on camera. But you know, it just takes practice and practice. But you know, this is all done via, you know, for $8. You know, $8. Got a hair shaving edge. It's a little polished better. And like I said before, these marks I can take off. I just got to lower the angle and just sand that down a little bit. A couple passes, that's all it'll take. Alright guys, so I'm going to cut this off here. It's already running pretty long. Yeah, alright guys, I'll talk to you later.